indicates obligation. Yani it's obligatory that you adopt Islam into your life completely, yani in every aspect of your life. So for us to divide the religion into minor and major, and into skin and core and all that, that is not acceptable. Yes, there are things more important than others, but at the same time, that doesn't mean we should neglect the others. Okay? Everything that Allah speaks about, everything that the Messenger ﷺ spoken about, is something important that we need to reflect on. We need to learn and try to put into practice if it needs to. Another reason we talk about clothing and the dress code and all that, to know the guidance of the Prophet ﷺ. What he spoke, what did he say about this stuff? Okay, what did he say about the dressing? What did he say about clothing? So we can understand what right we're doing and what's wrong we're doing, so we can avoid. So very important. That's why one of the reasons we talk about that. Also, we talk about the dress code is to know the violations that we are falling in. So we can revise. Okay, we can change. Because if you don't know that you're doing something wrong, then you'll never try to change. إن كنت لا تعرف فتلك مصيبة وإن كنت تعرف فالمصيبة أعظم. يعني sometimes if you don't know, perhaps you have an excuse. Okay, I didn't know that, but now I know, I will change. Well, some people, as the poet said, if you didn't know, then that's a problem, because that is something you should have learned. You should have been eager to learn. So if you don't know, it's a problem. But if you know and yet you're not following, then the problem is even more and bigger and more major. Also, it's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided for us this dress and this clothes, it's a ni'mah from Allah. So the Muslims always need to remember that, and always need to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just the way that when we talked about health and about not being sick, and how we need to reflect and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us that, because for us the default is to be healthy. Unfortunately, it has become that the default is to be healthy. So we don't pay attention to that. We only remember how valuable health is when we get sick. But the Muslims always need to have that present on his mind, that health is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he should be thankful for it. Jazakallah. So now, inshallah, we start with talking about the adab and the etiquette, right into the point. One of the things is, since this is ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you as a human being and as a Muslim, giving you these lessons and these etiquettes, then you have to do your best to look in the best way, in the best manners, in the best clothes. So if you are someone who can afford, if you are someone who's capable of affording to dress properly and in a nice way and nice clothes, then you should. And you don't have the excuse to have dirty clothes or to have patched clothes if you can afford it. Because the Prophet ﷺ, when he used to see people like that, he will tell them to improvise. As in the hadith, and Jabir ibn Abdullah قال أتى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم زائر في منزلنا. Or he said أتانا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وزائر في منزلنا فرأى رجلا عليه ثياب وسخ. So the Prophet ﷺ in the house of Jabir ibn Abdullah, and a man comes, a visitor, and he had dirty clothes. Okay, he's wearing dirty clothes. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أما كان هذا يجد ما يغسل ثوبه. He can't find something to wash his clothes with. So the Prophet ﷺ, he hated for this person to be dressed in dirty clothes. Who's not able these days to wash his clothes? And whenever you cannot wash them on your own, you can bring them to Brother Abdul Razzaq, and he'll take care of it. But the whole thing is it's not an excuse anymore. Okay? It's not an excuse. So the Prophet ﷺ hated to see a Muslim with dirty clothes. So it's very important that you understand this fact, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to look in the best manner. Inna Allah jamilun yuhibbul jamal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beautiful and He loves beauty. Loves beauty. Okay? And how many people so handsome and how many women so gorgeous and so beautiful, but يعني their manners and their behavior make them look so ugly. And how many people perhaps they don't have that يعني wasama or that cuteness, yet the way they behave and the way they act make people love them. So very important that you understand that Allah loves beauty in every aspect. In every aspect. So Julaybib, one of the Sahaba, that when the Prophet ﷺ asked him to get married, he said, who can him? And he كان دميم, يعني دميم الخلقة. دميم الخلقة, يعني he did not look nice, he looked ugly. So he said, Ya Rasulullah, who can marry me? Okay? So the Prophet ﷺ told him, go to so and so family and tell them the Prophet ﷺ tell you to marry me your daughter. So he goes, he knocks on the door, they come out for him, the father, well, Julaybib, what's going on? So they said the Prophet ﷺ proposing. So they got so excited that their daughter going to marry the Messenger ﷺ. They got happy. So then he clarified, he said, he's proposing for your daughter, for me. So the mother said, for you? Yani you Julaybib, you don't look, yani you look, we all know, and you're poor, you don't have anything. So as if the father and mother started yani discussing the issues. So the daughter, the righteous daughter, who hears them from inside. So she said, what happened? So when they tell her, she said, you're gonna turn away the word you're gonna turn away the man of the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ chose for me, and you're gonna just turn him away? Okay? So that is the righteous woman who understands the deen of Allah subhanahu. That is a woman who understands that this dunya is not about what you wear, and it's not about some jewelry to put on, and it's not about some perfume and some makeup. It's more about the deen and the akhirah. So she marries him, and then the call, I think, for Uhud comes, or Badr, and Julaybib, even before he gets to enjoy her, he goes out to fight and he dies. He dies, shaheed. So when the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet ﷺ, they're coming to him and they said, so and so died, so and so died. And he's asking, what's about Julaybib? The Prophet ﷺ asking, what's about Julaybib? So no one cared about Julaybib. So he ﷺ, he finds him, and he finds 7 people around him, 7 of the enemies around him that he killed them. So the Prophet ﷺ sits down and he puts the head of Julaybib on his thigh and he said, قَتَلَ سَبْعَةً ثُمَّ قَتَلُوهُ قَتَلَ سَبْعَةً ثُمَّ قَتَلُوهُ هُوَ مِنِّي وَأَنَا مِنْهُ هُوَ مِنِّي وَأَنَا مِنْهُ. Enough honor for Julaybib. The Prophet ﷺ said, he killed 7 and then they killed him. He belongs to me and I belong to him. So it's not about the look. It's about the taqwa. It's about the manners. It's about the akhlaaq. How many people, from experience, from going to colleges and all that, how many people you see, they look great, and with 2 minutes conversation, you just don't want to see them for the rest of your life. From their stupidity and their so shallowness and the way they think. So it's very important for the Muslim to be wise and not to get caught with these things. A lot of our brothers, hadahumullah, he falls, as they say, from first look, he falls in love with a woman just because, if it's from the first look, that means 100%. You think you love her for her look. But then when they come, they want to get married if she's not Muslim, if she's not practicing, and when we refuse to do the contract for them. If you want to get married to a non-Muslim, don't come to me. I don't do these contracts. Actually, I don't do contracts of marriage for if one of the two does not pray.